Governor Caleb Mutfwang has emerged as a dynamic and forward-thinking leader dedicated to the socio-economic advancement of Plateau State. His administration is marked by strategic policies and impactful initiatives aimed at enhancing infrastructure, education, healthcare, agriculture, and tourism through a people-centered governance approach. Governor Mutfwang is laying the foundation for sustainable development across the state. One of the hallmark achievements of Governor Mutfwang administration is his commitment to infrastructural development. The state government has embarked on the construction and rehabilitation of major roads, bridges, and urban renewal projects. The decongestion of Terminus Road alongside efforts to improve road networks has significantly enhanced connectivity, facilitated economic activities, and improved access to rural communities. Speaking on this development, the Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Honorable Silvanus Donto, emphasized that the administration is determined to ensure quality infrastructure that benefits all regions of Plateau State. This initiative not only modernizes the state, but also creates opportunities for investment and economic expansion.
I think I've been able to see that government projects, particularly the building aspects, are well supervised. That's the mandate of the ministry. We carry supervision on all building projects as well as some road projects. As I have mentioned earlier, we've signed a number of road projects. Some are awaiting mobilization, but there are ongoing projects too. The Kapong-Tudun-Wada is one major road that spans about 11.5 kilometers. We have the Zawan, Aluma Zawan Giel road project. I think it's about 13.7 kilometer route being handled by the ministry. We have the old airport route towards Mama Yabu to Barandok Junction and to Namwa Junction to Barandok Junction being handled by the ministry. Is ongoing. That has given that community a facelift and has eased transportation and other economic activities. The ministry also, through its action plan, is trying to see how we could really, like I said earlier, come up with a review of the master plan. Like I said earlier, that we're in the process of engaging a consultant. So I would say these are the major achievements of the ministry so far.
Revitalizing culture and tourism, Plateau State is renowned for its rich cultural heritage and scenic landscapes. Commissioner for Tourism, Culture and Hospitality,
Cornelius
highlighted that the state is home to 54 ethnic groups, each with unique cultural identities. In line with this diversity, the government is investing heavily in tourism to attract local and international visitors.
In Plateau State, we have about 54 ethnic nationalities who bring out different way of life to make up what Plateau State is today. And for culture in Plateau State, I can say it has contributed a lot in the development of Plateau State. First, in value orientation. Because of the cultural heritage of the Plateau people, you find out that Plateau people are hospitable. They are peaceful people, they are intelligent people, and they are solution finders. And so, on several occasions, the Plateau State cultural truth has been represented internationally and have brought laurels to the state, thereby giving the state a name in the international community and making it a destination for people to come and learn a lot in terms of cultural heritage, in terms of dances, in terms of our attires, in terms of our food, and a lot. So the culture in Plateau State, as we are now, we are trying to make it a mainstay of the people of Plateau State. Mainstay in the sense that we want to commercialize culture. It is something that we've been doing it with pleasure because it is our way of life. So can people come and learn our way of life and see how we are living in our own setting? So this government, having been priding itself with the development of tourism and culture in Plateau State, has taken steps in trying to revive cultural heritage sites, cultural festivals, and all of this is done to be able to bring development into Plateau State. Basically, we are blessed in Plateau State with sites that are naturally gifted. For example, if you go to Kwanpanletes, for example, there is what we call the Lardang Cave. The Lardang Cave is about a 3 to 5 kilometer cave that has been there from time. And these are sites that we actually want to develop to actually give our tradition, our culture a place, and then people to come and see how these caves were made, why were they made, and what was it made for. So these are some of the caves that were in some of the places. Then you have the Wase Rock. Wase Rock is an iceberg rock which is in Wase, and you know that it's one of the famous rock in West Africa, and people come around then for mountain climbing and then for the picture of the rock, and this environment is serene for people to come as tourists to come and watch, and then you see the work of nature there. Then when you come to Shere Hills, it's a famous hill where people go for hiking, for trainings, leadership trainings. They go there, and it's one of the highest places in Plateau State, so that it has the serenity of the environment. Is also part of the attraction for those places. You have the Riom Rock. You have the Riom Rock formation is beautiful. It's something that beholds the eye. Then the Riom Basalt Rock formation is one of a kind in the world. In West Africa, I think we're having only about 2 of them that are actually a sight for the people to see. Then you equally have the Lake Pidong. Lake Pidong is one of the natural lake that exists within West Africa that does not have any tributary elsewhere. It's also a sight to behold. Then you have the Kerang volcanic hills, where they are formed conically, that if you look at it, you feel as if somebody went there to carve them. So we have a lot of these sites that we're trying to even discover. And that is why the state government has actually asked the ministry to go around the 17 local government and inaugurate tourism committees to be able to identify these sites and bring them to life so that we can gazette them as a state tourism site, and then it could be a national tourism site, and then it goes to the UNESCO site as a historical sites. So these are some of the sites. If you go to Basatu, we're having formations of rocks and then beautiful sceneries. We have the Aso Falls. On your way to Abuja, we have the Kura Falls. These are tourism assets on the plateau that we are developing for complete tourism experience.
One of the state's flagship tourism assets, the Jos Wildlife Park, is undergoing significant remodeling as one of Africa's premier wildlife reserves. The park houses a variety of animals, including lions, pythons, elephants, and ostriches. Plans are underway to enhance the park with modern facilities, a wildlife museum, gift shops, restaurants, and a luxury 5-star hotel to accommodate tourists. Beyond the wildlife park, Plateau State boasts several other remarkable tourist destinations such as Kura Falls, Sherry Hills, Kura Volcanic Hills, Wase Rock, Adui for rock climbing, Lepidum Lake, one of West Africa's natural lakes. Additionally, Governor Mutfwang administration is rehabilitating major hotels including Just Rock, Sheraton Hotel and Rayfield Resort, elevating them to five-star status to enhance tourism and hospitality services. The governor has encouraged investors to explore the state cultural and tourism sector, given its vast potential and favorable weather conditions. Mr. Bere Gyang, Director of Press and Public Relations, also spoke about the development strides of Governor Mutfwang-led administration in transforming the education sector, recognizing education as catalyst for societal progress.
Working towards fighting poverty, and you cannot fight poverty by sharing money to people. We know that there are immediate needs that you need to empower certain individuals to carry on with their small businesses. That has actually been done through Plateau Microfinance Development Agency. We're doing that through that area. We're empowering individuals for them to reclaim their lost source of livelihoods as a result of one issue and the other. We are empowering women to ensure that they can come up with small, medium enterprise, small businesses. We are also building community markets across the suburb of Plateau State. We're coming up with markets that can serve as a buffer, that can also provide goods to community markets across the state. That will drive the development of Plateau State. We have secured special agro processing zone from the African Development Bank. This agro processing zone is a company. These industries are going to be working directly with the farmers in Plateau State. These industries are going to be buying their raw materials directly from the farmers in Plateau State. And when we are talking about buying raw materials, we know before now that there's what we call middlemen. These middlemen, after the level of the farmers, they will go to them, collect those agricultural produce on nothing, and then take it to these industries. And they are the ones making the money.
We do first year processes. When you do the first year processes, it's appreciating value.
Yes, that's the value chain. Yes. That's the value chain. I'm coming to that. Now, when they buy directly from the farmers, the value for their goods is going to be very high. And then there's going to be a level of processing within the state. That also is going to give us some value chain in terms of what we are producing in the state. Because it will be, the products that are producing are going to be translated into different other products. And that is the value chain we're going to get from it. The government has also established a marketing commodity agency. That marketing commodity agency is going to serve as a middleman, let me use that word, between the farmers to some extent and then the industries. Sometimes, like I said, the middleman comes in and then they're the one enjoying the whole thing. But that agency is going to also help in terms of marketing the commodities that we have and that we are producing here in Plateau State. Network is very, very essential for the growth of every developed nation. And in Plateau State, from day one, what the governor did was to ensure that roads within Jos Buku metropolis are rehabilitated, giving the city center a sense of belonging, giving it the kind of beauty that it beholds, so that people who are coming, like tourists, who are coming into Plateau State, the investors who are coming into Plateau State can find a place conducive for them to stay, conducive for them to carry out their activities, conducive for them to be able to invest. And that's what the governor has done in less than 2 years that he came into office.
Governor Mutfwang has prioritized significant reforms in the sector. His administration has rehabilitated dilapidated schools, recruited qualified educators, provided essential learning materials. This initiative aims to enhance the quality of education, ensuring that students receive the knowledge and skills necessary for necessary for a competitive global landscape. By investing in educational infrastructure and human capital, the governor is empowering the next generation of leaders. Strengthening healthcare services under Governor Mutfwang leadership, the health sector has witnessed notable improvements. The government has modernized hospitals, upgraded healthcare facilities, and ensured the availability of essential medical supplies. Policies aimed at increasing access to affordable healthcare, particularly for vulnerable groups, have contributed to improved public health outcomes. These efforts are reducing mortality rates and enhancing the overall well-being of Plateau State residents. Boosting agricultural development and economic growth. Agriculture remains a cornerstone of Plateau State economy, and Governor Mutfwang has implemented policies to enhance productivity in the sector. His administration has supported farmers by providing improved seedlings, supplying modern farming equipment, facilitating access to credit facilities. By strengthening agricultural production, the government is ensuring food security, creating employment opportunities, and driving economic growth across the state. Enhancing security and peace building. Given Plateau State's history of security challenges, Governor Mutfwang has taken a proactive approach to peace building and conflict resolution. His administration has strengthened collaborations with security agencies and community leaders to foster unity and stability. These measures have led to a significant reduction in violence, making the state safer for residents and investors alike. A legacy of progressive leadership, Governor Caleb Mutfwang's tenure is shaping Plateau State into a model of sustainable development and inclusive governance. Through strategic investments in infrastructure, education, healthcare, agriculture, and tourism, he is positioning the state for long-term prosperity. His commitment to transformative leadership continues to drive positive change, ensuring that Plateau State remains on a steady path towards economic growth and social progress.